If you can believe it, we now have 88 RSVPs for the Seder. It's incredible. It's like the Seder that just keeps growing. Don't worry, Helen took down the page. It's no longer accessible. Nobody else can RSVP. If you didn't do it, so sorry, you'll have to join us online. But what an exciting problem. I remember when I came here, partially because of COVID, we weren't getting together, but we did stations in the parking lot, if you recall. Just having a little Passover activity out in the parking lot. And then slowly everybody came back together and we were able to celebrate and maybe feel again what it means to be in community. What does it mean to sit next to somebody who earlier that year lost a loved one? And somebody else who may be celebrating the fact that they have a brand new puppy dog at home. Or other people who are going through all sorts of life's challenges, which are made a little bit easier, I think, by being together and uplifting each other during difficult moments and laughing and celebrating during those happy ones. As we go through the Passover Seder and remember the story of Passover, I'm reminded of other lessons. One is on epigenetics, my new favorite topic. The idea that our genes, some of which get activated based on different environmental stressors. So the fact that those genes are activated, that can pass on for generations. It has got me thinking how many of us have truly done what the Seder reminds us, not just once, but twice, that in each and every generation, we are obligated to see ourselves as if we came out of Egypt. We are obligated to think about what it means to be in Mitzrayim. Think about what it means to be in a place of constriction, of servitude, of pain. Maybe that this year you didn't have much pain, but living through this story reminds us we need to open our hearts and our minds to be sympathetic and empathetic to others. When we see all of the loss that is going on around the world today, being sympathetic and empathetic reminds me of a powerful midrash which is found in our own Haggadah, in which the Israelites were getting ready to celebrate the fact that the Egyptians were drowning in the Red Sea. And the midrash leads us to say, leads God to rebuke the Israelites, by saying, "My creatures are drowning, and you are singing?" I think the fact that we're told these stories propels us to be mindful of the pain of others around us, just as we would love for them to be aware of our own struggles and our own strife. Jewish history, of course, has lent many, many moments for us to contemplate pain and fear. Anti-Semitism, unfortunately, not a new thing. Doubting what would happen to us long term, the safety of our people, also unfortunately, not a new thing. If you go back in history, it's almost as if there's some sort of cyclical nature to that very challenge to our existence. So much so that even in our Haggadah, it says, in each and every generation, they rise against us. And now I'm sure many of us are fearful of what that could mean in our own life. What does it mean to experience anti-Semitism at the level that we are? And how do we go into the Seder this year recognizing that some people in that room will have experienced it personally and others not so much? Some people will look at the destruction around the world and have all sorts of thoughts and opinions about it and the upcoming political environment that we find ourselves in. But I remind all of us that wherever we are there to engage with one another, to engage with the story that in each and every generation we embody the story of the Exodus. That while it may be tempting to teach somebody about the right path or right answer in certain questions, what I have learned over time is everybody is on their own journey and discovering what they need to answer some of life's biggest mysteries. Like, why are bad things happening to good people? And why are innocent people dying? And this year, the Seder, of course, will be mixed with some humor and some serious, as I truly hope we're able to laugh a little together, maybe cry a little bit together, but reenact the important story of our people, and once again celebrate us as a community coming together. Shabbat Shalom.